everyone, welcome to October. Because you know, when I'm testing stuff, I go above and beyond. Hi everyone, welcome to October Favourites. I'm like the ultimate human guinea pig, so anything I can rub in my eye, get in my mouth, eat a bit of, just to check that it doesn't poison you. Welcome to October Favourites. I've developed some kind of speech impediment today. Do you know what I think it is? I've got this lip mask on, which is one of my favourites, but I think that it's actually plumped out my lips to the extent where they feel different and they're making me talk differently. Who knows? That's a long shot. Let's take some of this lip mask off. Oh, that's made a difference. I can speak. I can talk now. I feel like I look a little bit like a Cluedo piece today, just because I've got this roll neck on and my hair is sitting at the same sort of level, and so yeah, I feel like that, or like Lady Penelope. Right, look, that's better. I couldn't cope with the hair. Let's just get on with the favourites, shall we, because this is just running on into be Christmas by the time I've got these out. First thing, more of an admin point, because I'm going to go more into the fragrances of these in November favourites. But my Collab dry shampoo has now launched into Boots, which is major, very, very exciting. It's online and it's in most stores, as well as Beauty Mart and Feel Unique and Superdrug and loads of places all over the world. US, we are working on it. It's actually really hard logistically, so just bear with us because I get so many messages from people in the States asking where they can get it. It's coming. Fear not. Right, but I'll be back in the November favourites with some little reviews of the new fragrances because they're amazing. I just need to get my head around how to describe them because I don't want to sit here going, it smells a bit like fruits. Which is what will happen if I do it now because I'm all over the place. This foundation, now I've done an in-depth review of this with before and after pictures on my website, which I shall link to below so that you can have a little read and have a look at the before and afters. This is the Dior Skin Forever Perfect Mousse, and it's basically a sort of oil absorbing, lightweight, it's featherweight mousse that has a matte finish that helps to control shine. You can see that there is literally no shine to my face whatsoever. If you want that real skin look, it's not the one for you. It's got sort of medium coverage, so it's not too heavy, but for somebody with oily skin or combination skin that wants a foundation that just glides across the skin, is completely weightless, and gives that, it's very sort of pore reducing and blurring. So I don't know whether you ever tried the Effaclar BB Blur that I recommended probably last year, I think it was, which I think is incredible, but they only do it in 2 shades. Then this is like a slightly more advanced version of that. I would say this one has got slightly more coverage. The texture of it is a little bit more refined, but you know, it's more expensive. And it comes in a lot more shades. I think at the moment it comes in 8. Whether they'll add to those, I don't know. But it's a sort of formula that blends out very easily. And so one shade could suit a couple of different skin tones. So I suppose they don't have quite as many tones in the range as they would have in the sort of main, I don't know whether I've got the Forever, in like a cream foundation, for example, that's got slightly more coverage. If you've got dry skin, I wouldn't go for this. It's not drying in itself, but you know, it is supposed to be slightly oil controlling, and so really it's not the ideal thing if you're already suffering from dryness. I don't find that it feels particularly dry on my skin, even on dry patches. It's just probably not the best choice. However, as I said, if you've got normal combination oily skin, then really, really good. But you do get this very flat matte finish, which is why when I wear it, I have to go in with, which is going to be my next favourite, things that add sort of colour and tone and a little bit of shape to the face. So it's almost like you're flattening it out and then you're having to put shape and interest back into the skin. But it lasts all day. I think it's really, really good. Have a read of my full review. Okay, next thing, which originally I hated, because I hate normally these sorts of like all-in-one palettes that have face stuff and lip stuff and eye stuff. This one doesn't have lip stuff, but it's got eyes and it's got face. And this is a Charlotte Tilbury, do you know what, I can't even remember what they're called. Are they called On The Go palettes? It hasn't got it written on it. But I've been using this a lot because the eye stuff is actually, it's a really, really nice combination of shades. So you've got a brightening one. I'll show you the face stuff in a minute because I've already put that on. Look how brightening that is. And then you've got, I don't even know what this says. I rubbed it off with my brushes. So like a brightening one, I put that in the inner corner, or the first sort of inner half of the eye. Then you've got this middle one and I put that towards the outside. And then you've got a matte one, and I use a fluffy brush for this and take it into the crease. And that sort of creates this smoky eye look. So it's really, really easy to do. See? I mean, how quick is that? Now the reason that I've been using this is because I've been travelling loads and I needed something that wouldn't weigh my bag down. It would just be really convenient. And because it's got the face things in it as well, it has been really convenient. And normally the face things do my head in because they're too small and everything gets all swept together and it does my head in. But actually, it works fine. So you've got the Bronze and Glow, which normally you would get in the big compact, which I'm going to do a post on because I've actually been using the big full-size one loads because it's just brilliant and I'd forgotten how amazing it is. But this one, you know, I can fit a full-size powder brush into that and swirl it around with no problem at all. And then you've got a slightly darker, bronzy, warm blush there and a pop of colour blush. It has a really youthful effect. And then you've got your highlighter for tops of the cheekbones, which I've already done, but let's put a little bit more on, shall we? So, you know, a full, easy face. And it's all in one compact. I can't remember, I think they do a couple of different versions of that palette and I can't remember which one it is, so I have to find the cardboard wrapper. Cardboard wrapper? I think I mean box. And I'll tell you which one that is. Okay, let's talk about this. This is the Clinique Pep Start, which I didn't read. It's a mask for the night, the pout restoring night mask. And I didn't read that properly and thought that it was just a lip balm. And I've been wearing it and thinking, blimey, that's pretty strong. It forms like this gel mask over your lips, but it's really good and really effective and forms this really nice barrier. So I've been wearing it all the time. And it was only actually a few minutes ago that I realised it's supposed to be used overnight, which makes sense because it actually does seem to sort of impede me being able to function properly with my mouth. So probably quite good if you use it when you're not going to be talking. And for me, that is only when I'm asleep. It reminds me a lot of the Sisley lip balm, which is one of my favourite lip balms of all time. It comes in a little pink pot with a white lid. However, it's hideously expensive, as are most things from Sisley, let's face it. And this reminds me of a version of that if they squeezed it into a tube. Which, to be fair, would be no bad thing, would it? Because I'm sort of growing out of pots, sticking your fingers in, they're not necessarily clean, all over the lips. Not too keen on that. So, you know, tube is probably quite a good idea. Anyway, this is brilliant, I think. So, top marks for that from Clinique. Next thing, I don't know whether you've been admiring my nails. So this is the Sally Hansen Miracle Gel. Now look, it says step 1. I don't know what step 2 is supposed to be. Maybe it's got like an even better thing that goes on the top of it. I'll find out and I'll report back to you. I'd Google it, but my phone is on airplane mode, otherwise it interferes with the microphone. I tell you what, I'll look it up and I'll put it in the description box, so make sure you check down below. I'll also put what shade this is, because I have got this worst eyesight, and at the moment that looks like it says sheer mayonnaise, but it can't be called that. Oh no, hold on. Sheer happiness. Sheer mayonnaise. Anyway, it's a really pale, sort of bright, whitey pink, and it lasts for so long without chipping or whatever, flaking or whatever nail varnishes normally do. I've got a tiny chip there. That's where I had to undo a latch on the pram and it took the nail varnish off. And I've got one there which was done immediately after I painted my nails, because I went to the loo and I did my jeans up, and as we all know, that's a rookie error because that just ruins your nails. And otherwise they are perfect. So I'm really impressed with the longevity of this. It has to be one of the most impressive nail varnishes I think that I've used in a long time. It's proper long wear. Obviously it's not going to be as long wear as actually having gels done. However, going back to my initial point, which is that the fact this says step 1 suggests to me that there must be at least one more step. And so it's possibly, if it's even better than this, the best nail varnish in the world. Maybe. Now look, I've been dabbling into the world of retinol. And I have to say I was a little bit scared to start anything with retinol in, because I heard horror stories of people's faces peeling and redness and irritation. And I just thought, you know what? My skin is actually pretty good without it. Why would I give myself the hassle? However, I've tried a few things recently and they really do step things up a level in terms of results. And I mean, I'm talking pretty much instant visible results. So I'm going to do a video on it, I think, because I haven't tried that much stuff, but the things that I've got a real itch. The things that I have tried, I've seen amazing results from. And you know what? They're not even that strong in retinol. I mean, the percentage that's in there and the form that's in there isn't that powerful at all. So I was surprised that it really did very much. And it makes me think, imagine what proper sort of prescription retinoic acid and things like that would do. I mean, it must be amazing. But then, of course, the stronger that you go, the more chance that you've got of having some kind of side effect or adverse reaction. So anyway, to cut a long story short, retinol is like the ultimate sort of anti-wrinkle, dullness and fine lines and lack of volume and slackness. Pretty much anything that you can think of, it targets it. So I thought, you know, worth a go. I'm rambling now, I know, and I'll ramble more about this in another video, but lots of people were interested, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to talk about it. Anyway, the latest things that I've been testing, and as I said, I know that this probably isn't that powerful in terms of retinol, but the No Wrinkles Night Repair and the No Wrinkles Tired Eyes, and these are both from This Works. They used to do one called Miracle Essence, and I don't know whether they still make that, but that was really good. But these have got the retinol in. And the first time I used them, I'd had a really bad night's sleep. And I woke up the next day thinking I'd look terrible. And I actually looked pretty good. Sort of tighter, brighter, smoother. Didn't look that tired whatsoever. Both of them really nice, smell really nice. They've got a very relaxing sort of aromatherapy smell to them, and the textures of them are really nice too. Come in these really good pump action bottles, so very easy to transport and keeps ingredients nice and stable, which is always important. And then I just use them after cleansing. I've used this up under the eyes as well and it was absolutely fine. So, you know, if you are trying to save the pennies, then just go for a serum and take it. I mean, I'd take it to about here. I wouldn't go much closer than that. And I haven't been going much closer than that, but it's been really good. Do you know, sometimes it's like somebody has crept in the night and removed my brain and replaced it with, you know those sponges that you can get, the natural sponges, and they're all bobbly in those like mad bobbly shapes. It's like somebody has shoved that in instead and like really packed it in tight, shoved it down and then sealed my head back up. That's how I feel a lot of the time, is that I don't have brain, I have sponge. How pretty is this? Do you remember, oh I've still got it actually, but I've got that shirt dress and it's made of silk and it's got kittens riding unicorns. If you are a loyal follower or you've been following for some time, you will remember my kittens riding unicorn shirt dress. I would show you it, but it's in storage. So when I move house, touch wood, will be soon, I'll show it to you. Anyway, that was made by Silk & Favours, and Silk & Favours have also done these limited edition boxes for Ren skincare. And it's, I don't know, something that I would love to display in my bathroom or have on a dressing table if I had a dressing table. And just sort of store things in, like soaps and cotton wool and earbuds and things. You get stuff inside the box as well, fortunately. The Rose Otto shower gel, which is one of my favourite shower gels. Just very nice and gentle, and you can use it on your bits without any irritation. It's too much information, but you know, it's important, isn't it? I say that you can use it down there. It doesn't say that you can, and it doesn't say it's been gynecologically tested or anything like that. I just know from experience. Because, you know, when I'm testing stuff, I go above and beyond. I'm like the ultimate human guinea pig, so anything I can rub in my eye, get in my mouth, eat a bit of, just to check that it doesn't poison you. And shower gels, I test them on my bits and make sure they don't irritate them. So there you go, you can thank me later. I'm going to go now because that probably was far too much information. And also I'm on 28 minutes and 32, 33, 34, 35 seconds. And this is going to be an absolute git to edit down to a sensible amount of time. So I'll see you in the next video, and keep your fingers crossed for me that the house all works out and that next time we see a favourites video, it's in my new house, because that'd be good, wouldn't it? Yeah, all the links are below. Make sure you like and subscribe, and see you next time.